So I thought I would begin this chapter on sound design by coming out to this busy road and talking to you about creating imaginary spaces. Now, I'm not by a busy road at all. I'm just using this audio clip called Traffic and Highway. And how did I actually hear this without having it in the timeline or auditioning it from the import window? It's already in the clip bin, so on a Mac, I hold down the Option key. On a PC, it's the Alt key. And then I'm able to hold down the mouse, and it will play it from the beginning. Any sound that's in the clip bin. So that's the preview feature in Pro Tools. And where does it come from? In other words, where does the sound get routed to? Well, you set that up in the setup in your I/O menu. Down here on the bottom, it's the audition path. I've seen new installs of Pro Tools that didn't have an audition path selected, and then when you click, it's trying to play it through some device that doesn't exist, or it may force you to set up your audition path. I think that's actually the prompt you get is, you have not chosen an audition path. I would play this if I knew where to send it. And then you go here and you select one, and then you're good to go. All right, so preview's a handy function. I thought I'd start this chapter by reminding you that it's there. So let's go on to sound design. So what is sound design? I think we owe the term sound design to Walter Murch, M-U-R-C-H. And if you're not familiar with him, he's definitely worth a Google. He's an award-winning editor, a musician, and his approach to editing was not simply to use the field recording, which is the natural sound from the production, but to add and sweeten those elements in post-production as part of his editing process. So now we don't just accept a sound as we found it, we use the tools of Pro Tools to change it and create new sounds. So in this chapter, we'll explore some options for that. Now, we've already seen how the TCE trimmer can change the speed of dialogue and drum loops, and we can use that on sound effects. And we saw how pitch shift can change a voice performance, and we can use that. Reversing a sound gives us lots of options. If I bring this hi-hat to the timeline, let me change its volume just a little bit so it's not blowing your doors off. All right, there's hi-hats. And if I bring the reverse sound, I'll trim this off a little bit. And let's hear the hi-hats. Now, this also gives me a chance to remind you that we're hearing a track, this traffic, that we're not seeing. How is that possible? Remember hide and show? So there is a track here that's hidden. Let's show all tracks. And there's our traffic sound and another track of muted hi-hats. So wanted to remind you one more time that hiding and showing are two different things. You can hear a track that you're not looking at, and I thought that was worth a reminder. Let's solo this and listen to this hi-hat reverse. Now, truncating is shortening a sound. And maybe we just take this little piece of it here. And then pitch shift it, TCE trim it, all the tools of Pro Tools to turn that little hi-hat into something completely new. So in this chapter, we'll explore the options for layering sounds on top of sounds and manipulating sounds and seeing what we can do with sound design.